Hey guys, it's Ed again. Well, we decided to wait on some parts for the XR75. Found some people online who was quite knowledgeable about the ignition system and what I need to do, at least what I think I need to do. So I ended up ordering a new advancer, timing advancer, and the new coil. Should be here like Tuesday, I think. Today's Saturday. It's probably a little afternoon. I don't know what time it is. But anyway, what else did I order? Something else for it. Can't remember what it was. But anyway, so that's kind of over on the back burner for now. And I have turned my attention to this bike. Now, the last time you guys probably saw this bike, it was in boxes. And you might have saw the fenders and painted, and you might have saw the tank painted, but it's actually didn't take me too long today. I've been working on it a couple, 3 hours maybe. I've got a roller. I did notice, I'll point it out, this spring is correct. That one is upside down. When I put it back together, I put it back together upside down. So I'll take that apart and fix that. But in case you guys are really astute, you will see that it is upside down. Thankfully, I had the other bike for not as much parts, even though I have used a few pieces and parts off it, but for just how things go together. Like I had a heck of a time figuring out the headstock here, because I changed it from the balls, which you guys are maybe familiar with. I don't know where they went, but the tiny little balls and that go in here and they go up here. So you got the balls on both sides, to a tapered roller cage bearing. Actually, that was with the bike when I got it. So I didn't even know really what that went to, but I did eventually figure it out what it went to, and then was able to knock the races out. That was fun. I.e., see my blue finger? No, I'm not turning into a Smurf. But there is a Band-Aid under that, but the Band-Aid keeps falling off. So the blue painter's tape is kind of holding it on right now. But this piece right here was a piece of the race. I don't know where the other piece went. Probably fell on the floor somewhere. But I think this was the lower race. Man, it was a son of a gun to get out of there. I beat it out with a big bolt and a hammer and drove it out from both sides. And I had to knock out 2 of these. So anyway, we got the tapered bearings in it and everything was kosher, except that the these stanchions here, those triple trees, looked like they were up too high. You could see kind of a dirty mark where they used to set, and they were up too high, so about a ½ inch. So that meant that something was out of whack. And what I had discovered when I took apart the other bike to rob parts, that I really didn't need, because I found the bag after I robbed the parts, but I did discover that this is plastic right here, and the spanner nut that's up above it, I had it on upside down, and I didn't have a plastic part. So I did find the plastic part, but I did rob that one off the other bike. So at least I know how that goes back together now. Like I said, guys, I mean, I bought this thing in a box, so I'm kind of not knowing where things went and how things came apart. So down here, the hubs, I've talked about these hubs quite a bit. I can't find my front hub. I have no idea what I did with it. For some reason, I think I put it in the truck, and I think it's in the toolbox. I'm thinking, because I went to see a part for somebody, or I was going to look at something, and I brought that hub to show what I wanted it to look like, and that's what I'm thinking I did with it. So I got to get in the toolbox in the truck and paw around and look in there. But as you guys can see, it's got new rubber on it. I put the front fender on. Handlebars are on. It needs new grips, and new handles. I think this is a bicycle handle, but it's but it looks kind of like a roller. Got the bolts and working on the brake. This is kind of mangled up a little bit. This is like a brake bushing that goes in here. I think it'll go. It may have a little bit too much paint in the thread or in the hole. I might not even be sticking it in the right hole. Should always stick it in the right hole, boys. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. So that is the right one. I put the sprocket on it. I put the little rubber things in backwards that kind of shock absorb the sprocket. They're kind of weird the way the sprocket hooks on. The sprocket doesn't really bolt onto the wheel. It just kind of plugs into these little rubber, like little rubber blocks with slots in them. And then there's a big clip, big C clip that goes on there and locks it all together. So the sprocket actually wiggles. You can see that. I don't know if that's good or not, but it wiggles. And there's really no other way to make it not wiggle. So I don't know. What else did we do? Oh, this was a procedure. Seat cover. When I bought this bike, I don't know if you guys remember, I did give $200 for it, which is a lot of money, I know, for a bike in a box. And I've spent God only knows how much more money in parts. But you know, it is a bike of my youth. So I guess it's okay. Maybe not. But part of the kit, or of the kit, part of the puzzle, when I got the puzzle had a brand new seat cover. It says Honda on the back. Brand new seat foam all in there. So that's cool. I took the other seat pan apart. Here's the foam. It looks like somebody laid some extra foam on top and probably to cover up some holes and glued it on there. And then this is kind of funky. So that could be original, I guess. With these holes in it, I almost think it is. But yeah, you can definitely see that there was a thinner cover of foam over the top of this substrate. So this heavier foam, more dense foam. So I don't know. We'll see how this new seat cover and new foam work on here. But before I could do anything with that, I had to get it apart. Thankfully, it's held on with like little, they cut like triangles out of the seat pan. I'll show you in a second. And those are what causes the pointy points. And then you just drag your seat cover down over the points and then just bang them over. Hopefully they don't break off, and which I broke a few. But anyway, oh yeah, like water in my basement. Yeah, it's expanding. It's raining out wicked. When it rains, I get water in my basement. So anyway, here's the seat pan. I wire brushed it on the wire wheel, and I got rid of all the foam that I could, and I give it a blast of black 2X Rust-Oleum. Hopefully that will slow down the rust problem. Oh, I should have got some more paint in there. And so that's drying and doing its thing. And when that gets dry, then I'll be able to stick the foam on it and the new seat cushion. And then we can put it on there. And we'll have something that almost looks like a bike, which should be pretty cool compared to a box of parts. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing and commenting. Stay tuned for that project over there, the big brother. See, little brother, big brother. Well, not much big brother. More like adolescent brother. This one here is baby. That's teenager. So anyway, guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks, guys, for helping me out with when I have all these questions about these bikes. You guys have been a lot of help, so keep up the good work. We'll talk later. Bye.